So today I am doing a video that was requested by a friend of mine on how to specifically use some things in the Ipsy bag, and more specifically about the dust and the eyebrow pencil. So today I'm just going to show you how to fill in your brows with the pencil, and then a little few things and tips that you can do with the dust and like different brushes you can use to apply it and things like that. So it's going to be a fairly short video today, I hope. So if you want to learn how to use these few things from the Ipsy bag or mechanical pencils or eye dust in general, then just keep watching. So I took off my eyebrows because I had my eyebrows done. Well, I did my eyebrows for earlier, and I used the Dip Brow Pomade. So I took off my eyebrows, and I really only have like a brown shadow in the crease. I don't have anything on my lids, so I'm just going to slap on the dust to that as well. But I'm going to start with the eyebrow pencil. And you don't want, for mechanical pencils, you don't want it like this long while you're trying to like draw your eyebrows because it'll break. And I have like weird hair in mine, probably from my eyebrows, but I usually I've been keeping mine like this, and you can barely even see it. But for pencils and when you're filling in your eyebrows in general, you want to do short strokes as opposed to just like drawing a line, because then it looks very fake. But I did find with this, and since this is only my second time using it, it might be a little different, but when I was using it in my previous video that may not be up by now of my Ipsy look, I did have to draw a line just underneath my brows to like underline my brows, and it made it a lot easier because the short strokes were not working and it was taking too long. So this will kind of be like a second opinion on this thing, but before you fill in your brows, you want to brush through them with a little spoolie. And this is my number 12 brush from Anastasia Beverly Hills. So it's got the little angle brush on one end and then the spoolie on the other. And they also have something like this. This is e.l.f. And it's got like a little brush part and a comb part. I'm not sure, that part looks a little weird, but just you want to brush through your eyebrows. So, and you brush them up, and then you fill them in by how they're standing up. But mine have not been waxed in a while, so I kind of fill them in however I want them to look. So obviously, like for my brow bone and stuff, I do have little hairs there, but once I fill them in, you can't even unless you're like up close and personal in my face, you can't tell that I have little hairs, and like my tail needs to be cleaned up a bit. But that's why filling them in really helps, because it defines them and makes them look nice. So you don't have to get them done all the time. So we're going to take the pencil, and sorry I have to use a mirror because I'm blind. But I'm going to try to get as close as I can. And this color is strange. We'll see how I like it this time. But I'm going to just kind of, for underneath, you start at the bottom corner. So you go all the way to the end of the brow. And you do short strokes, which I notice are working a little better this time, the short strokes. So if this is your first time using this particular pencil, you might just have to do like a line, but then once it gets warmed up, it'll be a lot easier. And I notice with this pencil, you also have to press fairly hard. So short strokes or a line. and press hard. So I don't know if you can tell, but I underlined my brow and I kind of gave it an arch over my brow bone. Well, not the arch, but like how it curves over my brow bone, how I want it, and then I did my little tail. Kind of looks a little creepy. But then we're going to work on the top. So you underline, and then you do the top line first, and then you fill them in. But then when you're doing the top, you don't want to start all the way on the inner, because then that's what makes them look really, really fake. So you want to kind of start back. And like my inner hairs are actually pretty tall, so I kind of just, once they start getting like normal size, that's where I start drawing. And it's kind of like you just outline your eyebrow. And this is when you can give it whatever kind of arch that you want. But you see how I started back here, and then I'm kind of at my arch point. And then you connect the top to the bottom. So once you get your arch, which looks like super ridiculous on camera, I don't know why, but probably just because I put a dot there by accident. You bring your arch down and then you connect it. And I kind of brought my tail out a little more. I'll be honest with you, like the pencil is not my favorite thing. And I find that this is actually pretty challenging. I started filling my eyebrows in with the Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow Pomade. And that is super easy. Brows are going to be something that you're going to want to do a lot. Like I do my brows pretty much every day. So if you can find it in yourself to get like the Dip Brow Pomade, I would recommend that for beginners because it was just super easy for me to use. This pencil is a little kind of tricky, and obviously my arch be looking cray. But then you just want to go start kind of in the middle and do short strokes because that makes it look like hair, and just fill in between the lines. And then once it's filled in, you can see how it really looks, and then you can adjust to whatever you like. Like I don't ever have that pointy of an arch, so I'm not sure what's going on. But I'm afraid that if I keep working on it, my eyebrow's gonna be like this thick. So we're just gonna leave it. And then once you get to the inner part, I draw up. Instead of like drawing over when you're filling them in, at the front part, you go up. Because that's how the hairs up here go anyways. And then I'll just start kind of curving it in. So obviously filled in with a crazy weird arch versus not filled in. And then I found with this pencil too, that if you spoolie it out again, which I do even after I fill them in with my pomade, this blends the color with your hair, or the pencil with your hair, and makes it very soft, natural looking if you don't have an insanely weird arch like I do right now. And then sometimes it even kind of like erases. Like I just sort of kind of erase that weird arch. Pat a little foundation over it. But I mean, I'll be honest with you guys, this is not my favorite way to fill in my eyebrows. So if you are interested in purchasing something for your brows, unless you have experience with pencils like this, honestly, I would get the Dip Brow Pomade. And it is so much easier. But obviously, like, the people who got this in an Ipsy bag, the whole bag cost 10 bucks. So this is not a bad thing to try. I'm just going to do the same thing over here. And brows are sisters, not twins. So you're not going to get them exactly the same, but just kind of try to, have the same sort of shape. This one actually looks pretty good. That one looks better since I fixed it. But then you want to spoolie it out, because that distributes the color and blends it and makes it look soft and more natural. And if you want like really crisp, defined eyebrows, you can even take concealer on a concealer brush and then go underneath them again, and it carves them out even more. But I don't do that. People just need to be thankful that I'm filling in my eyebrows. I mean, I liked this when I first used it, my first impression. It's not bad. I just really like the way my eyebrows look with the pomade, and I mean, for getting this in a bag with a bunch of other stuff for 10 bucks is not bad. But if you are a first timer and you're interested in like filling in your eyebrows, I would suggest the pomade. So you need to check that out. The next thing that we're going to go into, if you have any more questions about eyebrows, like leave me a comment down below or shoot me an email. Or if you have any tips or tricks on pencil use, because obviously I'm not an expert at the pencil, then let me know, because I'd love to hear how some people make it work. But the next thing we're going to do is that eye dust that I really actually hated, just because I wished it was like shimmery. But I guess the nice part about this is, since it's not shimmery, is you can put it like in your crease or, underneath your eye, instead of just like on your lid, like maybe you would a shimmery one. So I would just recommend you could use any brush. If you want to sweep this in your crease, you would use a fluffier brush. This one's the blending eye brush from e.l.f. This is pretty sure this is the domed shadow brush. Sorry, from Real Techniques. And you can just sweep it in your crease. Or if you want it like more on your lid, you can take a flat, stiffer brush. This is an eyeshadow brush from e.l.f., but the bristles are shorter and more compact, and it's kind of got like, it's not like harder, but how this one's like super fluffy and it's just like, yay. This one's not as fluffy and it's more for like padding. And I also have this one, which is my favorite one, which has orange shadow on it from doing my lower lash line. The MAC 212. It kind of looks like 212, but it is all scratched off. But it's longer bristles than that other e.l.f. one, but there's still, this is great for padding. And you could also use like the MAC Fix Plus spray, which is really good for like pigments and glitters and things like that. It makes more stick to your eye and it makes it more vibrant. So if you wanted to just pat this on your eye, then you can use a stiffer flat brush, and instead of sweeping, you pat. And I'm just doing little tiny patting motions. Because if you sweep, sometimes the loose pigments or glitters or things, if you sweep, you get a lot of fallout and not much sticks to your eye. But with this, since it's not glittery, sorry, I'd be interested in seeing if people have experimented. I probably will, like, because like I said, is in a bag with a bunch of other stuff for $10. So I'll be experimenting. I was actually just thinking of another look using this to film some other time. But that's it, just patted. That's 3 layers. And it does get everywhere, so be warned. And then, you know, if you want to pat it to get it more intense in a certain area, then you're going to use a flat stiffer brush. If you want it just kind of all over, you can, I'm going to go in with my crease with the dome brush to blend the crease and the dust together a little better. Obviously this eye doesn't have any on there and this one does. But those are my tips for that. If you have any questions or comments or suggestions about that, or if you've tried the Jessie's Girl brand and there's anything out there better than this one, let me know, because I'm not shooting this brand down or anything. I have a lot of browns and things like that, so it'd be fun to just have something different. So if you have any good recommendations for that, just let me know. And I hope you enjoyed this video. Hopefully it's short enough for you and gets to the point and helps you out with those things from your Ipsy bag that you may not know how to use. So if you want to see more of these videos, let me know. And if you have any products that you have questions about or how to use or things like that, then comment below or email me. And don't forget to like this video and subscribe and tell your friends. So I'll see you in my next video. Bye!